Alzheimer's disease are of two types. One is sporadic Alzheimer's disease and second one is the familial Alzheimer's disease. Okay, first one is the sporadic type, sporadic Alzheimer's disease, and second one is your familial Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so we'll see the difference between the sporadic and the familial one. Okay, regarding sporadic, it is a kind of late onset, whereas the familial Alzheimer's disease is a kind of early onset. In case of the sporadic type, it mainly occurs due to some kind of genetic or environmental factor, but the exact cause is still unknown. Okay, it may occur because of some kind of environmental or genetic factors. Okay, whereas the familial one, as the name says, it is mainly related something to family. Okay, so this familial Alzheimer's disease is been passed down from the parents. Okay, passed down from parents. The sporadic Alzheimer's are responsible for nearly 90 to 95% of cases. 90 to 95% of cases. It is said that any person who is at the age of nearly 60 to 65 years, okay, 60 to 65 years old, there is 1% chances of development of the sporadic Alzheimer's disease. But when age is still increasing, like if the person is above 80 years age, that person have got 50% chances of development of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, but regarding the familial Alzheimer's disease is a kind of early onset disease, so the symptoms will start occurring in 30s or 40s years of age. Okay, so this is the difference between the sporadic and the familial Alzheimer's disease. Now the genes are very much important, because basically what happens here, some kind of genetic mutations do happens over here. Okay, so in case of sporadic Alzheimer's disease, the mutation of the gene mainly occurs in the chromosome number 19. Okay, chromosome number 19 is means mutation of the chromosome number 19, or you can say mutation is one of the gene of the chromosome number 19 is responsible for sporadic Alzheimer's disease. Whereas in case of familial one, here the chromosome number 1 and 14, okay, some kind of mutation in the gene of these chromosome is responsible for familial Alzheimer's disease. Okay, 19 goes for sporadic and 1 and 4 goes for familial. Okay, apart from this, one more important chromosome, that is chromosome number 21 for both. Okay, so chromosome number 21 is common for both. Okay, so chromosome number 19 is responsible for late onset, chromosome number 1 and 14 is responsible for early onset, and chromosome number 21 occurs common for both the type of the Alzheimer's disease. Okay, now we'll see regarding these chromosomes. Okay, it is a kind of autosomal dominant. Okay, autosomal dominant means, see, we have got, as you can see over here, we have got 23 pairs of chromosome, or you can say 46 number of chromosomes. Okay, starting from 1 to 22 are the autosomal chromosome. Okay, so we can see two chromosomes. Okay, like chromosome number 1 have got one pair. Okay, so one is coming from father and another one is coming from mother. Okay, now it is a kind of autosomal dominant one, means if any one of the parent has got this a mutation in this chromosome, it happens into the child baby also. Okay, so it is a kind of autosomal dominant kind of chromosome. Okay, now we'll go with basic. Okay, because few students are there who will always get confused in chromosome, in genes, what happens and what exactly is there, where exactly gene is present, where exactly chromosomes are present. So a small description for them. So suppose this is a cell. A cell contains a nucleus, isn't it? And inside the nucleus we have got DNA, isn't it? Okay, now I am taking this DNA outside. This is a DNA. Okay, now a small piece of DNA is known as gene. Okay, now what about chromosome? This DNA makes the chromosome. Okay, so basically chromosome is made up of a DNA and a piece of DNA is known as a gene. Okay, so not entirely chromosome but a part of gene is getting mutated over here. Okay, now we'll start our discussion with chromosome number 21, which is common for both sporadic as well as for the familial kind of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so first of all we'll start our discussion with chromosome number 21. Okay, which is common for both the types. Okay, so chromosome number 21 is one of the 23 pairs of chromosomes and it is made up of nearly 200 to 300 genes. Okay, now the connection of this chromosome number 21 with the Alzheimer's disease is this chromosome number 21, it has got a gene, and this gene is responsible for synthesis of a protein which is APP protein, that is amyloid precursor protein. Okay, so suppose this is chromosome number 21. Suppose for instance this part of a gene is responsible for making APP protein and some kind of mutation happens in this piece of the gene. Okay, and because of this mutation large number of APP protein has been produced. Okay, so whenever mutation occurs in chromosome number 21, large number of APP proteins are produced. And you know what happens when large number of APP proteins are being produced? What is the role of these APP proteins? Okay, when large number of APP proteins are there, it is more there are more chances of formation of the beta amyloid plaques. Okay, when the numbers are more chances are there. Okay, the probability will be more, isn't it? So this is the problem occurs in the mutation of the chromosome number 21. Okay, apart from this, one more important thing regarding this chromosome number 21 is Down syndrome. Okay, Down syndrome. Okay, so what happens in Down syndrome is, see, chromosome number 21, not only chromosome number 21 but all the chromosomes pairs should be in pair. Pair means just two. There should be just two chromosomes. Okay, but what happens in Down syndrome, instead of two there are three copies of the chromosome. We call them as a trisomy. Okay, there is trisomy of chromosome number 21. Okay, so in Down syndrome instead of two copies we have got three copies of chromosome number 21. Okay, now what will happen when the number of chromosome of 21 is more? There are more chances of production of APP protein, so they are more easy prey for Alzheimer's disease. So it is said that any person who is suffering from Down syndrome after the age of 45, after 45 years of age, they has to get affected or they has to produce this Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so this is regarding chromosome number 21. Okay, so we have got chromosome number 21. It is made up of nearly 200 to 300 gene, and among those 200 to 300 gene, one of the gene is responsible for the formation of this APP protein, that is amyloid precursor protein. Okay, and when there is mutation of this gene, it leads to production of large number of APP protein and more liability or more increased chances of development of Alzheimer's disease. Apart from this, any person suffering from Down syndrome will be having a trisomy of chromosome number 21. Means instead of two copies, there will be having three copies of this chromosome, and therefore more easy chances of production of Alzheimer's disease. So any person suffering from Down syndrome after the age of 45, they will start producing the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so this is regarding the chromosome number 21. Next we'll see about the chromosome number 19. Okay, we have completed chromosome number 21, which is responsible for APP protein. Okay, next we'll see about the chromosome number 19, which is responsible for the late onset. Okay, regarding chromosome number 19, these chromosomes contains nearly 1500 genes and which is responsible for making number of proteins. Okay, now the main connection between this chromosome number 19 and the Alzheimer's disease is one of the gene of the chromosome number 19 is responsible for production of APO protein. Okay, we call it as APOE gene. Okay, suppose just for instance, if this is a chromosome number 19, there is a gene, the name of that gene is APOE gene. Okay, and what this APOE gene is being instructed, it has been instructed to produce a protein known as APOE4 or apolipoprotein epsilon 4 protein. Okay, now what happens, what is the role of this protein? Yes, if you remember, this protein is responsible for aggregation of this beta amyloid plaques. Okay, or you can say it is responsible for formation of plaques. When so many amyloids, beta amyloids gets aggregated, it ultimately leads to plaque formation. Okay, so any mutation of this protein which leads to production of large number of ApoE4 proteins. Okay, whenever this chromosome of this gene of this chromosome is been mutated, when it is been mutated, it leads to production of large number of apo epsilon 4 proteins. Okay, when large number of these proteins are being produced, it is responsible for aggregating large number of beta amyloids. Okay, so it ultimately leads to formation of plaque. Okay, so these are the two chromosomes which are responsible for the sporadic types of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, chromosome number 19 responsible for, or you can say mutation of the chromosome number 19, or more specifically mutation of the gene of APP of chromosome number 19 responsible for production of large number of APP protein, whereas any mutation of the gene of ApoE of the chromosome number 21 responsible for production of large number of ApoE4 proteins. Okay, so this is regarding the genes of the sporadic Alzheimer's disease. Next we'll see about the familial Alzheimer's disease. We have completed chromosome number 21 here only. We'll see regarding the chromosome number 1 and chromosome number 14. Okay, now we have got two chromosomes, chromosome number 1 and chromosome number 14. Okay, chromosome number 1 have got an important gene which is known as presyn 2. Okay, and the gene which is responsible in case of Alzheimer's disease in chromosome number 14 is presyn 1. Okay, suppose this is chromosome number 1, it has got a gene known as presyn 2. Suppose it is a chromosome number, okay, just for avoiding confusion, suppose we have got, this is chromosome number 1 and this is chromosome number 14. It has got so many genes, among which one of the gene is your presyn 2, and here somewhere will be your presyn 1. Okay, now these genes, presyn 2 gene and presyn 1 gene, it is responsible for formation of proteins, that is presenilin 2 and presenilin 1. Okay, now what is the role of these presenilin proteins? These presenilin proteins are mainly responsible for the activity of gamma secretase. Okay, yes, there is some kind of mutation or mutated form of gamma secretase as well, which are responsible for this Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so what happens when these genes are being mutated, these presyn 2 and presyn 1 genes are being mutated, they will produce mutated form of gamma secretase. Okay, So what exactly happens over here is, uh, okay, as such the role of gamma secretase is to cleave the APP protein which is present in the plasma membrane. Okay, so when these gamma secretase are being mutated, they will produce or they will cleave this APP protein in a misnormal manner. Okay, in misnormal manner means it will also contribute in increased size of this beta amyloid. Okay, so it is said that these beta amyloid are mainly contains nearly 40 to 42 amino acid. Okay, and 42, when these beta plex contains nearly 42 amino acid, these are more dangerous or more liable for the production of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so it is said that whenever there is any kind of mutation occurring in this presenilin genes, it will lead to production of amino acid which is of 42 amino acid length. Okay, any mutation in this gene is responsible for formation of the beta amyloid which is of 42 amino acid long. Okay, and when it is about 42 amino acid long, it is more there are more increased chances for the production of Alzheimer's disease. Okay, when it is 42 amino acid long, it is like okay, fine, but when it is 42 amino acid long, it is more dangerous. And what is responsible for production of this much long 42 amino acid contribution is done by this mutated form of gamma secretase. Okay, so mutated form of gamma secretase leads to the production of a beta amyloid which is 42 amino acid long as such. Okay, so these are regarding the genes or genetic mutation which is responsible for the Alzheimer's disease, sporadic as well as the familial Alzheimer's disease.